Welcome back to another garage / yard sale video game pickups. Now, I just want to go over real quick that I have a lot of games to go over. Now, last week, you guys saw me do half of the Super NES games. I'm going to finish that for this week, and that's just all for my one friend I got a whole bunch of games from. On top of it, this past weekend, my birthday weekend, I went out for garage sales and I got a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff is not video game related, so I'm going to show you that later on this week. So if you're into Star Wars or anything like that, you definitely don't want to miss that episode. I have a lot of different things I got for Star Wars, which I thought was pretty cool. I got a great deal on it. But I also picked up some video games this weekend, so let me go over a couple of those games right now. So without further ado, here we go. Now, normally I show you guys some gameplay footage to let you guys know what it looks like, but for the DS games, there's no way of me, showing you this. So let's go over real quick. The first thing I saw was Pokemon Black version, and right away I saw that I'm like, Pokemon games go for a lot right now. So if you see them cheap, try to pick them up, especially you see in the garage sale. Now I open it up and everything complete. So a 7-year-old owned this. I don't know how the heck the 7-year-old owned this because everything's perfect. And the mother said that this kid beat all these games. He's playing it for a long time and he did a great job, but it looked like he didn't touch anything, which is very shocking for a 7-year-old. But that was there. Then next game was Pokemon Soul Silver. Now this one is a lot of people are looking after this one, especially online. If you go on eBay or anything, they go for a lot. So if you ever see this one for a good price as well, pick that up. And next one was Diddy Kong Racing. So this also was complete, which I'm just shocked that once again this kid touched none of these games. So that's pretty cool. And then they had a 3DS game, which I thought was pretty cool too, which is Super Mario Brothers 2. Yeah, I saw that there. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. This lady did have price tags on it, so I'm gonna go over that in a second. But the last one, which I can show some gameplay of, is Super Mario Brothers Wii. Now, this one was pretty decent. This one's pretty fun to co-op, a whole bunch of people playing and stuff, and you can pretty much screw other people over that you're playing with, and it's a lot of fun to play with a lot of people. So it was nice to have this back in my collection. Now, as you can see, this is also complete. For the most part, I was just really shocked that this kid was able to keep things, in such great shape. But like I was saying, this is a really good game. I really enjoy this Mario Brothers. Obviously, it's not the best one, but this is I feel like this is one of the best ones to play with a group of people. It's just fun to play together. So I think this is a good one if you want to play with a lot of people. And yeah, so for all of these games, I got all of them for a total of, I believe, is $14 what I worked it down to. So $14 for all this stuff here. That to me was amazing price because, for example, this alone online could easily go between complete like this could go up to $40, $50. I see it go for it. Obviously, I wouldn't sell that much if I'm going to sell it online because it looks like that's what I'm doing because I had someone that offered to buy this for me and just put it on eBay or whatever. So I'm debating if I'm going to do that. I like to, when I put things on eBay though, I like to give someone a really good deal. I don't like to do what everyone else does. I undercut the price because I feel like I undercut the price from someone that probably really wants it and I give it to them a little bit cheaper than everyone else. And on top of it, I'm helping it lower the market because they just saw one sold for a certain amount and no one's really going to buy a higher one. They're going to wait for that one to drop as well. So I try to do my share and help out the gaming community as much as I can if I get a chance, or sometimes I just save it to trade with someone else. Anyway, on to all the games. So I'm trying to go as quickly as possible. Alright, so to take out the first couple games, now my friend had a bunch of Street Fighter games. That was the first 3 games he gave me, so let's go over that right now. Now, this is great because I can show you the footage. It's probably going to be one same footage of gameplay because they're all pretty much the same. Nothing really changed. But the first one I got is Street Fighter 2. Now, Street Fighter 2, classic game, was not my favorite Street Fighter 2 game. But you'll see in a second because there was Street Fighter 2. There was, over here, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And there's also Super Street Fighter 2. Now, to me, out of all 3 of those, my favorite one is Turbo. I felt like that's where Street Fighter was just the best. You use their special move, you use their Turbo. To me, that's when it got really good. They had the best characters and everything just looked really, really good. And I felt like that's where Street Fighter was at its best. Even though all of them were just little iterations of the same game, I just felt like Street Fighter 2 Turbo was the best. It was the best in arcade. That's what I grew up on. That's what I used to go to the arcade for and play people against and stuff like that. So that to me is the best one. Now let me know what you guys think is the best one out of those three. But I do know one thing, and that is a lot of people started to get upset with Capcom back then because all they did was a little update and they felt that all the games were pretty much the same thing. But to be honest, I guess back then it started a huge trend for Capcom, and ever since then they do the same game and just change a little bit as time goes on and make triple, quadruple amount of the money just from the same game. But I guess today people realize that more than they did back then. Back then they fell for it and they bought it. Now a lot of people are upset with Street Fighter 4 and all the iterations that it has. So, but let me know what you guys think about that and which one do you like the best. Now let's stick into that theme, fighting games. Another fighting game is Mortal Kombat 3. Now, this is a good game. I really like Mortal Kombat 3. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is my favorite one, but Mortal Kombat 3 is still a good one. Now, they introduced a whole bunch of different characters, stuff like that. I always used to play with Sector or Cyrax. They're really good for combos and stuff, but obviously Kung Lao is, the best. And Cabal, it was really good for combos, but that's just my opinion. But let's see what you guys think about that. But I really did enjoy Mortal Kombat 3. So if you find this game and you never played it before, Super NES version is pretty good. Although I think the best version for me, however, was on the PlayStation, and that's the one I enjoyed the most. I believe I showed you guys that in a couple episodes ago that I had it in the PlayStation 4, which I picked up, which is pretty cool. So Mortal Kombat 3. Trying to move along as quickly as I can. There's a lot of things to go over. So far these games are not the best, not the best games, but towards the end they're gonna get better. I promise. And just another thing that's kind of a shame, none of them are boxed, and none of them have manuals or anything. I have some manuals for some of these anyway, but they were not complete. They're all loose cards. But I still, overall got a great deal for my friend, so I'm very happy about that. Now, another game right here is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. This game, I never liked it. I never liked the original Home Alone. I didn't really like Home Alone 2. To me, it's just it's just a weird game. I just don't understand, it just seems so far off from the movie, and I understand that they try to add different elements like sliding on the floor and dodging things, but it's just such a weird game. I just don't know how else to say it. It's such a weird game. The gameplay mechanics, everything, and it's on top of it, it's kind of hard to stay alive in the game. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not that good at the game, but man, this game was, in my opinion, not a good game. But I got it back. I might give it another chance, because in case you guys are new on this channel, I am going to start live streaming on Twitch retro games. So that's going to be coming maybe this week, definitely next week, but maybe this week, I might do one stream to show you guys. So this might be one of the games I'll put on the list, and if you guys want to see me play it, I'll definitely play it. But man, not that great of a game. I don't really suggest this one, but hey, who knows? Maybe if I try it again, maybe I might change my mind about it, but I doubt it. Alright, next one is NFL football. Now, NFL football, what can I say? I really, it really wasn't a great football game. To be honest with you, my favorite football game for Super Nintendo, it's not even that popular, was Troy Aikman football. I love that football. Even though it wasn't the best graphics or anything, it was just so much fun, and that game's so nostalgic to me. But this NFL football, not really a fan of it. I mean, some people might think differently. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this game. But I guess we'll put this on the list to see if I change my mind. But for the most part, NFL football was too basic. It really wasn't anything that was different from it. And I don't know. I prefer Troy Aikman football. But let me know what you guys think about that. And this game is iconic. No, not really. It's Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, you really can't say too much about games like this. Any games that Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and all that stuff, like, you could pick it up and play. They're all pretty much the same thing. When you play, they're just like, TV show, and like, they're just like the game. The only thing is, after a while playing it, sometimes you can get the same question over again. You're going to be able to solve it quickly because you already knew it. And that's just the way it is. Eventually you're going to get used to all of them. Same thing with Jeopardy. You're going to get used to the questions. You're going to remember the answers to the question, and that's pretty much it. So that's the only problems with these games, that, nowadays they can update it. They can give you a patch that they'll give you, more questions or something like that. They'll extend the life of the game. But now, but back then, like, it's not like that. Like, once you're done, once you get all the questions, once you see all the different things that you could do, you memorize it, and then that's pretty much it. So, I don't know. I digress. It's still decent iteration of Wheel of Fortune. It was not that bad. It's just Wheel of Fortune. So that's all I can really say about that. Alright, so moving along. Alright, so next thing is Super Game Boy. Now, Super Game Boy, I was really happy to get this. Super Game Boy is really good. I really thought the Super Game Boy was the best way to play the Game Boy, because the problem with the Game Boy was you really couldn't see what's going on the screen. Like, it was a huge problem for me. Like, I could not see what's going on the screen. Didn't like the green cover or whatever, or the green backlight. It was just weird. You really couldn't really see what's going on there. And it's amazing when you put the game in here and it emulates a game on screen. Like, to see like a game that you could barely see any image on just looks so nice on this, like on your screen. It's kind of crazy that, like, it makes you think, like, wow, I can't believe that game looked that good and I couldn't tell because of the screen. That's why, like, a backlight like game like makes a huge difference to people. And that backlit game, I wish that they're all like that, but this allows you to play the games, and this is really handy. If you guys don't have this, I think this is the best way to emulate a Game Boy. I feel like this does it the best. This is the best version. I believe they had it for the GameCube as well, and other versions of Nintendo had it the way that you could play your Game Boy games, but I feel that the Super Game Boy is the best way to play your Game Boy games. Hands down. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if there's something else that you prefer to play Game Boy games with, but I think this is the best way to play Game Boy games. So, alright. Moving along. I did a pretty good job moving quickly. Now we got 5 more games left, so let's get straight into that. First game is Star Fox. Now, Star Fox, pretty good game. I'm not the biggest Star Fox fan as much as like other people. People love Star Fox. People say this is great. They wish Star Fox came back. I never truly liked Star Fox that much. I guess because I was so much into Zelda. I was so much into Mario back then that Star Fox was not the best for me. I still did not like the blocky style of like the aircraft stuff like that. For me, it just looked too much polygon stuff like that, and I really didn't think the FX chip was that special, and that's what they're hyping up on and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, see, it's in a really good condition, by the way. To be honest with you, I'm still not a fan of Star Fox that much. I played a little bit, like it wasn't that hard. It added cool mechanics like the barrel roll and stuff like that it made it lots of fun to play the game. But at the same time, I just felt like it was overhyped back then. And I know people are going to be pissed off with that, but that's the way I felt. Now, a lot of flying games, took stuff out of Star Fox, like took stuff from Star Fox because they saw like how well it did. But I still feel the Star Fox back then it did a lot for what it had, but it still didn't have enough technology to complete the game. That's why I believe that Star Fox should come back now. That's what they hinted at E3 and stuff like that. Now it makes sense. We have the technology to make a good Star Fox game, So that's why I'm kind of curious to see what they would do with the game now that they have the technology. But back then, I still feel that we just didn't have enough technology to make a good Star Fox game. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below. Alright. So, next game is Super Mario All-Stars. Now, this is not the one I thought it was. Like, when I saw it from a distance, I got so excited that I finally had it, and it wasn't the one I was looking for. I thought it was the one, Super Mario All-Stars, the one that has the Super Mario World with it. That's the one that's like harder to find and stuff like that. And that's the one I was looking for, because I thought it was there, and it would be, oh, that's cool, I got it, a good pickup, and it wasn't there. It's just a regular one that has, 1, 2 Lost Worlds, 3 is there as well, but it's a shame. But this is still a good one, this is like a good way to play the updated, it's the same thing, it just ported over to Super NES, but it's cool to have all of them in one, and it works well. Like, I actually think that, to be honest with you, some people might not think the same thing, but for me, when I play Super Mario Bros. 3 on this one, it seemed more fluid than the Super Mario Bros. 3 on NES. But, the NES is still my favorite. I'm just saying that this, just seemed like it played it a little bit better. But, that could just be me. I just felt like it just felt a little bit smoother on the Super NES. But it's not really much I can say about this. All the games I already covered before. And it's the same old Mario games, but it's just one way of collecting it. If you find this for cheap, definitely pick it up. But if you find the one that also includes a Mario World, definitely pick that one up, because that's the one that a lot of people are looking for. Obviously, you don't want to pay too much, so definitely keep an eye on that. You shouldn't be paying more for a good pickup. You shouldn't be paying more than $10 for this. Now, if you're going to get a legit price, they go for like $20, $25. And the one with Mario World, I think, goes up to like $30, $35. So that's like actual price. But if you want to get good prices for them, $10 or less, without a doubt, pick that up. So, yeah. Alright, 3 more games. Promise. Almost done for this week. Alright, we got Yoshi's Island. Now, I don't know. I never understood why they say Super Mario World 2 and then Yoshi's Island. Like, it's known as Yoshi's Island. That's just the way I feel about it. This is a good game. This is lots of fun. I don't know. Just playing Yoshi, stuff like that, just to do different things, there's different mechanics on it. It was a lot of fun. I was really excited about this game back when I first played it, and to get it back in my collection is really awesome. This is just a fun game. And the mechanics, you have to switch it up when Yoshi eats something, and it's a lot of different things you have to switch up in this game that you have to get used to. But once you get used to it, you see that it's a really fun game. And the one thing I noticed about this game, that when you play it, and I guess it's pretty much the theme of all Nintendo games now, is it's really bright, it's really full of color, and there's so much life in the game. And I think that Yoshi's Island is just a perfect example of how nice and beautiful looking a Nintendo game could look. So definitely, if you never played this game, check this game out. Don't have it in your collection, add this game. So yeah, so Yoshi's Island. Alright, now the 2 other games they're not super rare, but they get rare, especially the second one. The first game that I got, which I was really excited about, I've been looking for these games everywhere, and I was not going to pay a super lot for these games, because they do get pretty expensive on eBay, stuff like that. First one is Mega Man X. Now, Mega Man X, great game. These games are really good. I still, I don't know if I could say I prefer the NES versions of the games, the Mega Man games, but I don't know, they're just different, they're the same idea, just different gameplay. I do like the way that these play. These are a lot more challenging, I think, than NES ones. NES is all based on patterns, I feel, and this one is not so much like that. There's so much different things that could happen. You could die a lot easier in these, but man, the Mega Man X games are really, really good. This one I was looking for a long time, but I see it every now and then, but especially the next one I'll show you guys in a second. But Mega Man X, definitely good game. If you guys see this, pick this game up. You're gonna love it. It's really good. If you like anything with Mega Man X is a really good game. So that's pretty much it for Mega Man X, because I'm gonna be pretty much talking about the same thing in a second. And that is Mega Man X2. This is the game that I didn't think I'd get access to. This is a great game. It's really, really good. Everything that you liked about Mega Man X, Mega Man X2 was just better than that. And I was really excited to get this game. Now, this is the last game for all the SNES games I got from my friend, and it sucks because I would have loved to get Mega Man X3, and that would have completed everything, because this one's going for quite a few bucks online if you look at Mega Man X2. And it's funny because now with this stuff, I already had the manual for this one, and I already had the box and manual for Mega Man X. So now I have a complete set for Mega Man X. Now I just need a box for Mega Man X2. So to have this in my collection, awesome. Excited about it. Still going to be looking for the box, so if anyone's watching this and they have a box, they want to use some trades, let me know. Yeah, the Mega Man X2 is just like Mega Man X, just a little more extreme. I felt like the bosses were a lot harder to beat in Mega Man X2 than Mega Man X, and also it's pretty much harder than all the other Mega Mans for the NES as well. But if you guys have not played this game yet, definitely go check this game out. Man, I'm excited to get this to my collection. And that's pretty much it. So that's the final game, SNES. 21 minutes. Sorry it is such a long video, or maybe 20 minutes when I edit it out. I don't know. But yeah, so this is Hector from Not So Nerdy. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. You're more than welcome. Let me know why you dislike it. And if there's any games that you have questions about, or if there's games that you just picked up this weekend, let me know. And also, if you have your own YouTube channel that has game pickups or anything, let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure other people like to see it as well. And that's pretty much it. So this is Hector from Not So Nerdy. I'm out. See you, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe so you can see new videos from me every week. And remember, it's okay to be not too nerdy.